finna try something new. I'm finna try something different, people. Let me see if I was to do this thing like this. Oh, this turned sideways then. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm learning how to work this thing. I'm used to a camera being directly facing, not on the side of this new thing. So y'all work with me here. I feel like I'm looking off. Oh. I'm still recovering, good people. Grand Rising and all that good stuff. How you all doing? Look at this, all this gray hair and shit. I'm on camera checking the shit out. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm not a young cat. I'm a mature man. Distinguished. But how you all doing this morning? The 2-minute mark done hit, so I could get the yakking and backing and tacking. All right, everybody. How you all doing today? So today we're gonna talk about those ancestor. One of fans and both of us got gray hair. I hear that. So today we're gonna talk about those ancestors who did everything in their power to keep time for us. Now, the way I came to the conclusion of this one right here, after I went through my little spiritual awakening or the pineal gland decalcification, whatever you guys want to call it, and they said I have the ability to time travel through time, etc., all that good stuff like that. I was like, you know what? I say there had to be other people with this gift and ability and throughout everybody's lifetime. And I said, you know what? I am going to be that person to talk about it. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that particular ancestor, okay? And as you guys know, I'm so transparent. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys no matter what. When I tell you these things, because I want you guys to understand the human aspect of it. And to go through a process called mourning. Okay. I'm going to back check the comment to see what that was about. I'm interested. So when we celebrate the ancestor who keep time for us, who kept time for us, this is that ancestor who understood the importance of our mission over anything else. Now, let me repeat that. This is that ancestor who cared more about us getting our job done than anything in the world. It's like they wake up and their job is to get you prepared and ready in a timely fashion so that you don't fail, don't fall by the wayside. Now, as all of the ancestors in the diaspora of emotional spectrum, mental spectrum, psychological spectrum, these here are the ones that's most like forgotten about, most shunned, most just not given a fuck about at all, because they're always there. They do their job, their purpose, their task so gracefully and so happy that we neglect the fuck out of them. Oh, I have to start saying this too. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video because it's a lot of work going into this thing, a lot of purchases, and as you guys know, I'm full-time. This is what I do now. Quit my job. This is me. So like button, get me out there. So more than often, it's those ancestors that do every single thing to make us great on a timely scale. And I'm finna run something down to you guys. So remember when you had your first job interview? You had your first job interview, your first dental appointment, doctor appointment, all that stuff. And you slacking and lacking, dragging your feet, don't want to do shit, don't want to get out of bed, but they rush their ass in there. You gotta get your ass up. You gotta get up. Yeah, I come from a cursing ass household, so but get your motherfucking ass up out that bed, bitch. Now you got something to do. Yes, ma'am. Hurry the fuck up. Go wipe my car. Go wipe the frost off my car. Yeah, that type of shit. I had a good household. But yeah, it's those people who kept time, who saw the value in our life's purpose, our life mission, our life dream, and they just made sure we was on time, whether it's from a job, whether it's for an appointment, whether it's just to go deal with family issues. And if you can't see that particular point, what I'm trying to talk to, because these people, and keep in mind, all these are not individual ancestors. The idea here with these prayers is to help everybody to see that it's better to have a whole ancestor than the piece of a God any day. We don't need 30 ancestors that can do 30 different things. I'm trying to create that one ancestor in our mind, in our heart, that can do it all. And if we empower that ancestor to do it all, the ones that can't do it all, they got that particular ancestor's back. So this is what I'm saying. So I like that Tamiko say CP time, colored people time. I get that. I like that. So as I was growing up, I had got my first job 15 years old, working at a gas station, pumping gas, I think for mobile gas. I was a friendly care service professional. So so I had to get there, and I had to get to the thing, and my clothes wasn't ironed. And I'm like, oh man, I had been assing all, playing video games at nighttime. I'm shit. So my grandmama went in there, got my uniform, ironed it up, had everything ready. She came and woke me up, had my washcloth ready. I'm 15. She would treat me like a grown man, like I was husband material, right? And she like, baby, you got your job to go to. I said, Grandma, I'm gonna go wrinkled, man. They're gonna laugh at me. She said, She said, go in the bathroom, everything pressed out for you, baby. I'm like, she said, you got your soap up there and your washcloth. I said, thank you. And, fresh to death. Hopped on the city bus. I made it on time, 15 minutes early to be exact, and it was a beautiful thing. And we neglect those ancestors who do those small little things for us. And to the people today, good people, it's people today that sit up there and will make sure that your job, access to your world, is handled properly. They will get you to your doctor appointment. They will get you to your place of being. They will make sure your video's uploaded, wink, wink. They'll pester you and do whatever to make sure everything is going right in your world. And you overlook those people. And if we overlooking them today, you damn sure overlook them in the ancestor world, because they're not here to remind you. That's what this prayer is for this morning, to remind you of those who care more for your ideas, your faith, your justice, your purpose, that it's like they did it. And they didn't just do it for you. They did it for every single person in the family. Everybody, they was always making sure everybody was taken care of on a timely scale. And I'm finna bring it close to home, good people. Now, these are for the people who have lost grandmothers, mothers, fathers, and who have lost that senior person in their lives. You think about that senior person in your life that came and woke you up for school every morning. They ain't have to do that. Made sure you got out of bed. Made sure you had a nice meal. Made sure your clothes were clean at the wash house, in the laundry, folded, prepped and dried, pressed and clean. Made sure that you knew that when the cows came home at night, your ass need to be in the house, because it was a time scale. They was warning us long before we had the common sense to understand. We thought they were being nasty, mean, and petty. But they was warning us, knowing that nothing good happens at nighttime but civil unrest. And they get your ass in here at the 6 o'clock. Your ass better be in this house. This time or another, you better be in Sunday prayer service. Although I got a thing against the Christianity thing, but they cat. That ain't no spirit. That's that new cat I got. Trying to jump through the glass window. Crazy cat. But that's what we're talking about today. That's what we talking about today. Ain't nothing open after 12 but legs, jail, and hell. I love that. But yeah, it's about the people who kept time for us. And I ain't gonna lie, I miss my grandmama. I miss my grandma dearly because she always kept time. She was the most punctual. All right, this cat here, I'm gonna have to lock this bitch out my studio. Climbing on my altars and stuff. But yeah. I gotta ignore it, y'all. I gotta ignore it. So, but yeah. No, the cat is in the house. It's messing up the blinds trying to get outside. I let it out this morning and it chilled and ate, and now I just want to go back out there and play. I'm trying to record. I'll put the cat on YouTube eventually. But yeah, I'm distracted. But we're talking about the ancestor who just made our life just that much easier. I mean, they just made our life just that much easier. I mean, without my grandma keeping time, boy, go to school, get your education. You know, hey, you got the job to go to, ironing my clothes, keeping me fresh. I mean, it would. I don't think I would have been here. And there's lots of other people in my family that did it, and it's like you get an inherent trait to do this type of thing for one another, and you typically become that taskmaster when it comes to your child or your niece or nephew or whoever lives in your household. You want everything to go just right, and even though at a young age we don't be thinking or caring about what to do, because you know what, we ain't really responsible for ourselves and everything and all that good stuff, but they understood that it was, you had a bigger purpose, you had a bigger mission, all that good stuff there. And we got to thank those ancestors, because without them, I'm telling you, without our ancestors, man, we wouldn't be nowhere. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't do anything. We give all our praises to the Lord Christ, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, and every damn body else, Shinto, all this shit we giving to that. But your ancestors are the main one working in the backfield. Your ancestors are the one that's coming to your house, cleaning your bathrooms for you. Your ancestors are the one that's making sure the kids be safe and everything like that. And all that shit is in you. Again, that's another teaching that's coming up. But I just want to give thanks to those ancestors, man, because they kept time. They kept us straight. They kept us on track. To some people, it was their grandmothers. To some people, it was their mother. To some people, it was their father that always knew, hey, I gotta be at the house at this time to get to the office. Your ass need to be with me. Where I gotta drop you off at. You know, you gotta be here at this time. I wake up an extra hour early, get dressed, and get you there. Family and friends who passed away that lived on the opposite side of town, but they knew you had to do something out of kindness of their heart. They shot their ass way from over yonder to come get you, to your shit on time, even when you didn't give a damn. We got to thank those people, and some of those people are not here with us anymore. They're gone. They're up in their heaven, and they're sitting up there not getting their just desserts, their just rewards, or their thanks and praise for being so diligent on our end, for our beliefs and our goals. And we gotta start praising them. We gotta start thanking them. We gotta start understanding them just a hell of a lot more, because we wouldn't have made it. We wouldn't have made it. And the more I pray to the ancestors and I try to get people to look at the totality of an ancestor, it kind of gets fleeting to me. It kind of goes out my head because there's not so many more things we can talk about the creator ancestor. It's like spirit saying they get it. But in my mind, I'm like, no, they don't get it. They gotta truly get it in order for us to manifest a whole ancestor in front of us as a topa, as a corporeal being that we can utilize in spell work and life lessons and journeys and everything. And that can be our subconscious guide on the real physical plane. And it just stays up in here. But back to that ancestor that did everything they can for us on a time scale. They was the timekeepers, the time master. And God, Lord, let them sit up there and juggle 13 kids, a house, car note, car payment. You don't know how they did it. And this is before the internet. I'm talking about ancestors, baby. This is before the internet. And and it puts me in the mind of the mature older woman in her 50s, 60s, around public transportation. Where you going? I gotta go to the light bill place. I gotta go to the water bill place. I gotta go over here to the grocery store and get some food. I gotta come back, cook the food. I gotta come back and make sure the house clean. I gotta come back and make sure all the kids and the grandbabies have had their bath. I gotta make sure all their clothes ready for school. And then they still had time to sit down and watch their picture show at 8 o'clock. They done did 10 million things. They got you right, your kids right, the grandbabies right. Done called 3 people to check on them. And they still made sure everything was okay. And they still had time to sit up there and enjoy themselves, the brief little moment that they got. All on the city bus. Come on now. You don't think that particular individual deserves something? And I know the image of the strong black grandmama keep popping in my head, but in other races it was the same. You take the Asian people. Not all of them got cars. They take public transportation. Think about our Caucasian brothers and sisters. Not all of them. They still have to do what they do. And they made it happen for their ancestors. For their offspring. And they need to be prayed for. They need to have praise. They need this. They need that. They need energy. They need love. They need affection. They need attention. And we are forgetting those. Now, granted, all ancestors are totaled into one. I get it. We're trying to create a totality. And it's just a beautiful thing. Now, look at this. Yeah, good people, imagine this right here. The people that's in your life today, the people that's in your life that will pick up the phone, whether it's a brother, whether it's a best friend, best sister, best girlfriend, friend girl, whatever you want to call it. Whether it's all of that there, and they pick up the phone and they double check on you. Hey, did you do X, Y, and Z? You know X, Y, and Z coming up. You make sure you handled all your business. They call you to double check your shit. To which you, man, get them papers out. Let's go over this shit right now. Come on, let's make sure you got all your paperwork. Let's make sure you got all your stuff. Make sure you got socks and shoes and drawers, and make sure everything is clean. And they maintained us with time, and time is the only thing we got. Time is the only thing that we cannot manipulate on this planet. We can manipulate everything around us except time. That motherfucker just goes forward, frontwards, backwards, up, down, sideways. It's so damn fluid, we can't even get a grasp on what time is. But these people instinctively understood how to keep time. Some of us today, we're those people. We just haven't transpired yet. We just haven't gone to the next realm. We're those people for people now. A little personal issue. I take care of my father. He's battling with his issue. I go to his house once a week, twice a week. Make sure you got food in the refrigerator, cook, clean, do whatever you need me to do. Wash clothes. My auntie take care of them, and just make sure he got everything. Gas in the car, little money in his pocket, whatever it takes. Make sure his medicine's okay. Make sure he get this doctor's appointment. I keep time for him because he did it for me when I was growing up. You know, And you probably doing that for somebody right now in your life, making sure they are okay. Hey, they don't pay their rent. They bad with money. Hey, right before the first come and the time for the rent bills on the 25th, you sit up there and you say, hey, don't go buy that there. Go ahead and get the money order and shit for the rent right now. With the money you got in your pocket, go ahead and get it right now. Get it right. The money order out. Go ahead and put it in your bank account. They had an automatic debit on that day. They keep time straight to keep us focused and to keep us on the road so that we can live a decent life, a better life, a less stressful life. And those people need to be celebrated and appreciated and loved. I get it. I understand the totality of an ancestor. It's anything you can think of that an ancestor did. And the majority of these wraps up into one person. I'm telling you, the majority of what I'm saying, I know you got millions and millions of ancestors. Millions and millions came before you. Generation, offspring, adoptions, splits, that name changes, marriages. A lot of it came before you. But you have millions and millions. But once we get to the decree that we just have one ancestor that we can depend on no matter what, that embodies all of these attributes, man, we will be more powerful than the strongest Catholic priest, the strongest nun, the strongest is shaman. We'll be on top of point. We'll be on top of it all. Nothing can do nothing. Because who the hell can stop an ancestor? They're not a demon, so you can't trap them. Hey, that's smart. They're not an angel, so they don't got to get called back to heaven. They don't apply by nobody rules. They once was living, so they still got free will. And don't you think you want one of them ancestors that has free will to be helping us? And let me tell you this, biggest secret. All those ancestors live inside your subconscious mind. So if you supposed to have free will and you have a spiritual entity that has free will, because none of them do, according to any magical laws, they will gotta be yours. And if they have free will and the ancestor that resides inside of you that you've made whole, you just made yourself whole. So by you just making yourself whole, then you just gain more power than your ass can even handle or possibly imagine. Come on now. This is a serious topic. I want you guys to get this. I want you guys to get it. Because when the rubber meets the road and the shit hit the fan and when the grits hit, when the hot boiling grits on the stove hit that enemy's skin and burn his ass, you'll understand that all other shit don't matter. The ancestors is what matters. Your ancestors is what matter, man, because they put in the work, literally. All the fucking and strewing and pitch and woo and all of the stuff that they did to get you here, they put in work. All the red lobsters from 1322. If it was a red lobster on dates with your grandma, your grandpa, your auntie, all the work they put in line and all this other shit just to be valued enough to sit up there and crack a nut in somebody, on somebody. You know what I'm saying? It works. And we gotta honor them ancestors. We'll sit up there and pray to a goddamn mythological book, God. But we forget about our ancestors who resides inside of us, meaning we forget about ourselves. And that's how we've lost ourselves. Most people, they grow up with addictions and shit. They grow up and be on drugs, and they grow up and love wine and women and all this shit right there. That's because they don't know themselves. They don't know their ancestor energy, and they don't know how to tap into it to auto-correct what's going on in them. They have mental illnesses. They don't know how to tap into that ancestor energy because nobody's talking about true ancestor power to correct what's going on in their mindset. Or if not corrected, at least give them a guide path so that they can understand it. That's what we're going to do here. So everybody, y'all with me on this? Y'all know what I like to see on the screen. This is a new iPad, y'all, so I'm looking this way. I just hate it. But the camera is over here. So y'all know I'm sorry, I'm distracted by that cat because now he on my Baron altar. Oh, he inside the Baron altar. He inside the slot. This damn cat. Thank you guys. So Motive B, that's right. That's what I'm looking for. I want you guys to understand. And if anytime I talk about this and I am not making sense, please say, Baron, I don't understand. Just tell me I understand, because I want you guys to understand, because this, and I was sitting and I was laying on my feet, y'all. And I just want you guys to understand, because this is the most serious endeavor we are going to take on in our lives right now as we live. This is the most serious endeavor as we are trying to restore a generation. We are trying to restore a singular purpose. We are trying to restore who we are, where we come from. We're trying to restore our culture. And it ain't just about Black culture. It's about all cultures. Everybody can deal with this. Everybody got ancestors. Nobody was just blooped down out the damn sky. Everybody has somebody that came before them that begot them. You know, and I just want to give thanks to all of those who came before, even the people we've met, that if it wasn't for that, and everything, if everything is linear, it's time is linear, time is this and all that shit there, and its time is so important. Everybody we've met in our life, we had to be at a certain place, a certain point, at a certain time in order to meet that person, whether it was for good or bad. We had to be there at that time to experience that emotion, experience that drive, that anger, that joy, that love, that fear, because it imprints on us. And I'm teaching y'all, it imprints on us. And you think about the person who didn't know that they was preparing you every morning, every day, every time that they looked around. You don't think that person, they didn't even know what they was preparing you for, but they made sure you was on time for that endeavor. They made sure you was on time for that meeting. They made sure you was on time to experience that. Whether it was good or bad, they did their job. They did what was instilled in them. The same way we make sure our kids get up and go to school. We make sure their homework is done. We make sure they have a hot meal in the belly. We make sure that they are educated. We make sure that they are comfortable. We send our kids off to school. We send them off to college. We send them off to work. And we don't know what's going to happen the next 5 days, but we know we are prepping them to experience that point in life. We're doing that now. And typically your kids grow up and they don't even give a shit about you. They don't care. They don't see all the things you do. They don't see all the times you wake up 4:30 in the morning, walk the house, make sure it's cool, walking around the house, make sure there's no threats and lingering, because they got to walk out the door 6:30. They don't see where you sitting out on the porch, and I'm talking about myself here. I done sat up there, and my daughter, she done went to school, and I'm following behind her in the car just because I had an eerie feeling, at a far distance, to make sure she okay, that she didn't see me, but to let her know she still had her independence. I made sure she got off of school. I let her out the door. And that's the thing that people was doing for us that we didn't know, but they made sure we got where we needed to go on time, and we made sure everything went as planned as it should have. And I thank my grandmama for that, because she was the one that did it. I thank my Uncle Sean for that, because he was the one that did it for me. I think a lot of people in my life that came in that just say, hey man, you need to get on your point. You need to just get on point, get your shit together. And it all goes back to that when I was a mobile gas pump attendant, and how I was assing off being a kid, and grandmama had everything ready for me. I wouldn't have made it on time my first day to work, nothing, if she wouldn't have started valuing what I was doing to get me ready, the foresight to take time out of her schedule, outside of her soap operas, outside of her prime time television, watching Matlock and shit, and that horrible show MASH. God damn it, when you hear them helicopter thing, boy, this shit is not gonna end well tonight. And we had to watch it with them. I digress. I just had a memory. I just went back in time and had a memory with my grandmama, man. Oh, I love it. I love it, y'all. I feel good when I talk about my ancestors because my grandmama embodies so much of it. My auntie Poochie, my uncle. Murder She Wrote. Oh shit! Don't get me started with Ironside and all that other stuff. My God. Oh God. Chopper John. And Tutu Sale Mary. Hey, so we the same age because that don't listen, man. We ain't finna talk about TV shows because and the thing, our ancestors had to sit up here and do all that shit, but still manage to watch all of these Falcons. Oh my God. All right. Akora L, don't you start that now. Don't you start that. Now you talk about my shit now in the heat of the night. And my grandmama used to sit up there and sing the whole theme song because she could sing. And she used to make the kids do backup singing. It'll be all right in the heat of the... We had to sing that shit and she'll be like, y'all come on, heat of the night going on. Come and sing it with us. And we would have to sit up there and all those kids, it was like 13 of us. We looking at each other like, man, this shit real. But she had us on point and we knew how to sing in the heat of the night. I didn't know that was a real song, believe it or not, until I grew up and I'm like, hold up, this the song on that TV show. It was a real fucking song. That's when I knew that they were putting real songs in the movies or portions of them and shit. But and my grandma embodied all these ancestors that I talk about. So in my mind, I'm thinking about her, about everything that we ever talked about. I'm thinking about her. And I want you guys to get the same little... Jesus Christ. I had an awesome childhood. If I could remember all this shit I had an awesome childhood. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand that there's one ancestor that will embody every single thing that we talk about. And that ancestor that will embody everything we talk about, that's the ancestor you're going to put on your ancestor altar. That's the ancestor that you're going to do everything you can to satisfy, because that ancestor will control the rest, and you won't have to be buying so many pound cakes, so many pecan pies. You won't have to be doing so much, because that ancestor is who you will direct all your acquires to. In turn, that ancestor will take the information and the conversation and the counsel they have with your other ancestors, and they will pour that back into your mind, because it'll start in the 8th house, which is the subconscious mind, and work its way up to the 9th house, which is reality. And that's teaching, by the way. But that's where we're all going with this. And I just want you guys to know that if we keep this up and you guys can just think about the right thing to do. And you know what? I wouldn't even be against you guys emailing me some of the stuff your ancestors did, or some of the stuff the people that you knew in your heart did. Just, hey, Baron, what about the ancestor who did this? And we'll pray for them too, because my grandma done embodied every damn thing I done talked about on here. Yeah, grandma had us singing. I guess that's a Caribbean thing in the Caribbean household, because we all singing on Sunday and watching after the picture shows. And that damn, I think Family Ties was the one that really, she got my older brother hooked on it. He loved Michael J. Fox, and she loved seeing Michael J. Fox jump over cars and jump over chairs and all that other shit. So she was always like, he finna jump, y'all. He finna jump. And just so I think the man was jumping in every damn TV sitcom show, movie he ever did. He always ran and jumped over something. But she loved Michael J. Fox, and my brother thought Michael J. Fox was cool. The Keaton family. So y'all got me laughing because I'm thinking about my grandma, man. I am finna go and write her name down right now and just put it on the altar again. I love it. I love it. I know I already discussed the ancestor that we're praying for. I just like to conversate, to say stuff to get you guys to have you guys reenact the memory or the thought of that person we're gonna pray for, because I want you guys to truly get it. I want you guys to truly get that at the end of the day, when all of the ancestors start running into one person and you can singularize that person into one, you'll be like so good and so happy. Oh my God. How y'all feeling this morning? Because I am so happy to be back into the land of the corporeal. I mean, the land of the lucid thinker. Because, man, that pineal gland thing, what spirit did to me after the new year is crazy. If you knock down my little cat, get your butt from back there. I'm going to show y'all. I'm redoing my studio, so it's a little messy. I hope y'all can see this crazy ass cat in that closet fucking with my altar. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Don't fucking look at me. I like that. I like that. Okay, Queen Basil, you got it. Empress J Boss, what it is. So yeah, that's all I wanted to run past you guys, to talk about the ancestor who kept time for us, who did it. And again, I apologize. I would start reminiscing about all the good times I had with my grandmama. It's a beautiful thing when you can have those memories. It's just so nice, and you end up missing these people so much, and that missing Grandmama Baptiste. Now this cat is on my other altar. Why do cats like to stand on altars? Some jackstone. I'm loving this. I'm loving this thing right here. This is just a talk now. We doing remembrance of. But yeah, man, they kept time for us. They knew what we had going on was important, and they saw the benefit, and they kept time with us and did what they had to do for us. And I love it. For bills and check deferred. I'm just reading some of the comments before I pray. Families with your ancestors. Yes. Siobhan Pearson. That was definitely not a fucking spirit. That's that cat just jumped. Don't come back in here looking at me, cat. What did this cat knock over? Serious cat? You lucky they didn't break. Y'all know them bottles I'm stressing y'all. I do this when I stress. Y'all know those bottles of wine that I made back in October of 2017? And I was gonna rack them again. The cat just knocked them all over, so now I gotta wait for the yeast to settle at the bottom again before I can rack the damn things. Where are you, cat? It's somewhere. It was just under here. Oh, there it is. Come here, cat. You want to come in? Can I pick you up since you want to be all over the place? So, that's cat. All right, get your ass on. Go get off the computer. Oh boy. Everybody, I got a cat now. The tribe's pet. It just at my goddamn bookcase. Oh, cat. Now it's on my prosperity altar. You see, this cat here is crazy. This. Go. Don't come back up. Go down. Get down. Please don't knock over that. Don't knock over that. Go, cat. I know the cat has a name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. My daughter called it something. I just call it cat. I think she is blessing everything. Now she gone. Damn cat. This is my first cat, by the way, y'all. I'm a Jack Russell man. I like a Jack Russell. I think they cool. They make me cry every time I see one. They just so cute, beautiful. And I love seeing animals with human teeth. Oh my God. If ever I'm sad, I got a picture on my phone. A cat with human teeth, a dog with human teeth, possum with human teeth. It just make me feel good. I'm fucking nuts. Put a hat on it and have it smile. And I love to see dogs act like they driving cars. If I see a dog in the driver's seat of a car, oh my God, I'm laughing for days. I'm weird, man. I don't know. Something's going on. I just like shit like that. Maybe we need to do an ancestor who love pets, since I got the damn pet now. I'm a dog person too, but the damn cat was irresistible to me. But yeah, everybody, I thank y'all for hanging out with me and the damn cat as it mess up my altars in my studio. But I ain't gonna keep you guys looking at this crazy ass cat. I'm finna sit up here and do these prayers. Oh, Ava Rossi, I love seeing dogs drive cars and dogs with hats on. And I wish I could have dressed my noble up in a suit, like a tuxedo, and just had him chill, man. He was the coolest dog. That motherfucker told me not to marry my first wife, and I ain't listen. Every time that woman would come to my house, he would pick her shoes up out the room and set them by the front door. And I did not listen. No, that was Ratchet. That was my first Jack Russell, Ratchet. Noble told me don't marry Rebecca, but this the other one. Ratchet would take and set them shoes by the front door, and I didn't listen. Y'all, let me stop. I'm going down memory lane, man. I got my brain back, so it's working full fucking time now. Yeah, that puppy was a real G. If I would have listened, boy, that would have saved me some time, money, mental anguish, mental abuse, ass abuse. And I wouldn't have to look at that woman without her wig on, cause boy, that fucked me all up for about 3 months. I was like, baby, this shit ain't happening tonight. Could you do something about that? Oh my God. Hey, right. I'm a petty. I ain't know how petty I was, boy, until I seen my first wife without her wig on. What's this? And after that shit, boy, she had that bitch on every day because I ain't going for it. Boy. I need to see. I'm aesthetically looker here, whatever y'all call that shit. If it don't, yeah, that was crazy, man. Hey, I'm just happy to be back on the land of the unloopiness and living. So. Tamiko, stand on one leg. All right, Camilla, I'm finna pray. All right. I had to go down memory lane. Y'all forgive me. This is an ancestor prayer. This ain't a barren memory lane time. All right, everybody. I'm finna go ahead and get this prayer going on for the one that used to keep time for us, the one who kept us straight, and the one who, and if it's our grandmama, boy, they sure enough had to put that wig on before they came out that room. Woo! All right, all right. I'm petty. And my Baron petty too. The cat got a lot of work to do. It got to get me right open. Oh my God, I love it. All right, everybody. Oh, Heavenly Father, source, one above all energies that permeate in all of us. I ask that you grant me an audience with my Baron. I ask that you allow me to communicate freely to my Baron without any hurt, harm, or danger coming to myself. Thank you. I love you. Oh, Baron, my friend, my protector, my guide, the one who holds my hand when there is no other to do so. I want to say first, I thank you, I care for you, I love you, and I cherish you for the spirit, the entity, the person that you are, the person that you were, and the joy that you will bring to the lives of all who you touch in the future. I thank you. Grant me an audience with my ancestors, that they may hear my plea, hear my plight, that they may understand that I'm talking to them in a place of love and understanding, and that I just want to show them how much we all care about them. Tap into them. Let them hear. Let them borrow a little bit of our energy, not much, just a little bit to ease whatever labor they're going through, whatever mindset they're on, whatever realm or reality they're stuck in. Give a little bit of my energy to my ancestors so that they may ease up a little bit and do their job just a little bit better and get a little free time to enjoy a little libation if that's what they choose. I thank you, I love you. Oh, ancestors, I'm coming to you. I'm talking to all of you, but more importantly, I'm talking to those of you that understood how to keep time. I'm talking to those of you who understood our plight better than we understood our own, who had the foresight to see that we was going to be something in life, and you did everything you could to make sure it happened. We didn't see your suffrage. We didn't see your cries. We didn't see your struggles. We didn't see the tears. We didn't hear the arguments. We didn't see the self-doubt, the pity, and the psychological issue that you face on a daily basis by keeping us and maintaining us. I want to thank you and tell you how much I love you, and I know everybody in earshot of me could understand and represent that we love you. We cherish you and we thank you. You was overlooked so long in your living life. You was overlooked because we all thought that was your job. But as we grew and as you transitioned, we understood that it wasn't your job. It was a labor of love that you did. You did it because you felt it and you was called to do it because you saw the grander scheme of things that we couldn't see. Even if you couldn't see it, you understood it. And that makes you king, queen, and savior and lover of all of us. And I thank you, I cherish you, I praise you. I gift you some of my energy a little bit. Take a small portion, I gift it to you. Take a small portion and take a little bit of time for yourself. Rest from your labors. Kick your feet up. Enjoy yourself. Go back to a memory of your life that you had, that you enjoyed, and relive it one time for me. I don't mind. I come from you. Therefore, I don't mind giving back to you. Ancestors, you know how this works. I believe I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. And as I build you up, and as we build you up, and as we make you stronger, and as we combine you into one singular entity, I ask that you deliver the power, the boom, the structure, the knowledge, the infrastructure in our lives that we need to grow and achieve and to be prosperous and to be healthy and to be safe and to be protected and cured from all ailments. The understanding and the knowledge to talk to our spouse, talk to our kids properly, to be able to maneuver in life, to maneuver around our bosses, to maneuver around crazy situations that deem to tear us apart. I ask that we borrow your strength for that alone if need be. Because time touches everything. And if you guys was a timekeeper, you guys didn't know the job you had. And I thank you for it. I love you, I praise you, I cherish you. Keep on keeping that time clock ticking in our mind. So more to be, so more to be, so more to be. Family, I'm telling you guys, it is a great thing to sit up here and to create a whole ancestor out of every single thing we have ever been through in our lives, everything that they have been through. Let me get on the little teaching moment right now. If you are the master of your universe and all of your ancestor resides in your subconscious mind, it resides in you. You are, when everybody you know pass away, they go back into your subconscious mind. A portion of them goes back into your subconscious mind, which allows you to have a memory instinct of them. That's a good thing. That's an excellent draw. Because now you can utilize that energy to do any and everything you need it to do every and anything you desire to do. Rather that's to help out a family member, and you may not know how to talk to that family member about certain things. But once you got that total ancestor on your side, they'll be whispering in your ear like my Baron whispering mine, like your great spirit source the saint whispering yours. And then they'll be coming from a source that can't tell you a lie, because you'll instantly know the truth because it's already instilled in you. Because they've lived the same emotion that you're going through, and they have a better insight on what you're going through. People, it may seem, and I'm not going to say that. These readings are very important. These prayers are very important because it gives us that hour or close to an hour to free our minds to think about and reflect on everything that we've been through, everything that our ancestors been through, and it gives us that time to honor them. So even if you guys don't say the prayer that I'm saying, even if you guys ain't honoring that aspect of the ancestors that I'm honoring, and you want to honor your own, by all means do so. Do so. This is not rehearsed. This is not scripted, and you don't have to follow my regimen. I just want, when you tune into this, your mindset is on your ancestors and making them stronger, better, safer, and whole again. That's the bottom line. And that's where it's at for me. For so long, I worship outside deities. I worship Jesus Christ. I even tried Buddhism. That's crazy. I can't cut no grass. I'm scared of snakes, so I don't know what's in that bitch. I'm cutting it. Can't be that. So, and that's what I'm saying. So pray to your heart's content with the ancestor who you choose to pray for, or the ideology of the ancestor. It ain't got to be what I'm praying for. Because again, every last one I pray for wraps up into my grandma. And I know we ain't all related, but I want y'all to understand my grandma was a great lady. And that's who I pray for. That's who's in my head. It may be your grandfather, it may be your father, it may be your mama, maybe your child, maybe greats. Just want you guys to know that these prayers mean a lot to me, and you guys joining me for these prayers mean a lot to me. And I thank you. I thank you for this. This is an outlet for me to free my soul and to free my ancestors. And it's an outlet for you all to free your soul and to free your ancestors. And we can't do it. We couldn't be here without them. So they deserve all the praise and thanks it is. Again, I tell you, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. I get a lot of flack. Let me tell you, I get a lot of threat mail behind that shit. You're a blasphemer. You don't get it. He died on the cross for us. I'm like, yeah. But our ancestors died with us. He died for, and they died with. So who the hell you think I'm gonna have my faith in? The motherfucker who suffered next to me, or the person who miraculously appeared, miraculously died, and didn't even have no real children, who didn't have any offspring? But I'm getting into the weeds, y'all good people. I told you it's my time to help wake people up from this sickness that religion has put on us and put instilled in us. It's a sickness, and I was sick from it. You guys were sick from it, and some of us are still suffering from this psychological sickness. But once this shit is over and we know better, shit, we can do better. We can be better. Hell, you are better. And that's my whole game on it. All right, everybody. I'm trying to keep these. Oh, that it's coming out. It's coming out. Trust me, it's coming out. Trust me. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Trust me, that's not spirit. I'm probably, yeah, I slept all night. Hell, that is spirit. Spirit trying to come out and talk. I got deep then. Everybody, I thank you all for checking out my website. The sales have went up for the new year. I thank you all. Oh my God. Everybody took advantage of the early readings, that me opening up that calendar. I'm just doing the catching up on all the readings, and then I'll open up another month. I think February. I'll open up March and April within the next 2 weeks. I just want to make sure I'm caught up, that I'm not booked out 7-8 months in advance, because it almost got there. And yeah, I thank you guys for patronizing. I thank you guys for believing in me. I thank you guys for supporting my premieres. I thank you all for who share my video, who like my videos. I thank all of the 24,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm touching 24,000 people in the YouTube algorithm. That's a drop in the bucket. But let me tell you, that's 20-some thousand people who understand the Baron's plight, who understand the Baron's mindset and trust the Baron's heart. And that's a beautiful thing to me. Netta Jones, your mama had a nervous breakdown. I'm sorry. We're gonna pray for her. Nabi, thank you. Oh wow. Tamiko says she paid for her first reading. Oh my God. Yes, Queen Bajan, book your follow-up. That's what nobody do. People, when I do these readings, only a handful of people come back and they say, hey, here's the follow-up to what you told me a year ago. And it worked. I mean, again, marriages have been formed, couples, kids have been, lives have been saved, kids have been made. I'm having a rocking good time, making sure that spirit is doing what he's saying and saying what he's gonna do. So I love it. Well, again, I thank you all for just supporting me and sticking with me for the past 2.5, 3 years. The comment, the criticism, the support, people posting me, people sharing me. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you take a look at it. And I thank you all for who just been supporting the website, purchasing their spell work, purchasing their items on there. I'm running out of shirts. I just been running out of everything. I'm like, damn, people just really got on point. And I'm working on a new shirt design too. It's gonna be the signature logo for every single thing. It'll be that. I already got my catchphrases paid for. I own them. Did some smart business sense. And then the next company I'm coming out concerning the Baron is gonna blow you guys away. But I'll let y'all guys see it. All right, everybody. I am finna get off here. Love talking to you guys. I love you all. All right. I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust in you and the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. So try, be safe out there. And listen, ancestors are the best thing for us. And we got to honor them no matter what. All right.